inquiries, questions, queries from your side. Sir, how to prepare? What to do now? I'm a fresher. I'm a professional. I do not have maths background. I am weak in maths. How to prepare for the verbal? How to prepare for the LRDI? So there are lot queries we are receiving nowadays from all of you. So the team EduShastra has designed and developed a month-wise strategic guide starting from now onward till the CAT 2022, right? And we will be focusing you and guiding you how to prepare, how to design your preparation plan, the progress path to achieve your goals and dreams for the CAT 2022, right? So once again, I welcome you all for this session. And yes, please be there and just press the bell icon and subscribe the YouTube channel for EduShastra. So yes, begin with this session. Now, first of all, when you are on a mission, right? So what should be the date line, the strategic path for this, right? So this is the your date schedule, the CAT notification, registration, opening, closing, CAT window correction, and yes, very important date, CAT 2022 exam date. So just highlight all these important dates in your calendar, right? Because when you have highlighted all these important dates, then you will be working your plan date wise, right? So highlight all these important dates in your calendar, and the most important date is November 27, 2022, the CAT exam date, right? And now we are focusing on this date and planning our 6 months plan for strategy guiding and preparation plan for CAT preparation. So how to go with this? When I start with this, right, I have some questions, some I will say the some doubts, some myths, always I have about some new beginning. So for this, we are having some random questions and we have picked a various and frequently asked questions from your side. So first one, can there be a strategy for an aptitude exam? Yes, of course, why not? Because see, aptitude exams are the strategic based exam, right? So if you plan your timeline, your 2 hours paper, your 2.5 hour paper, 3 hours paper accordingly, along with the section breakup, right? Then this will be a chance of winning. But if you go random and there is a no strategy, right? Then we will be messing up our exam, right? So plan accordingly and make a strategic plan. So this is a strategic based aptitude exam, right? CAT. Okay. So some more questions now. Can there be a unified strategy for all the students preparing for the CAT? No. How can it be the same for everyone, right? So simple answer is no. You can be like some mathematical background, you can be like non-mathematical background, you can put in a 6 hours a day, anyone can put a 2 hours a day, right? So the preparation plan is different from every different individual, right? As per your requirement, as per your target institutions, as per your post requirement, as per your percentile requirement, right? You should plan your own strategy, your own one individual strategy plan, right? So this is not generalized for everyone. You will have your specific strategy plan, right? Okay. Now, then we are having what are the key criteria upon which this plan is based? Okay. So we have designed this strategy plan, right, based on the experience gathered by the EduShastra team, based on a past year experience, past 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years of CAT paper, apart from the CAT different exams, right? So whatever the experience we have gathered, with the team EduShastra, we will be guiding you and supporting you for your month-wise strategy guide for CAT preparation, right? So just like wait, and I will be sharing you all the details month-wise, right? Okay, next one. What is the kind of effort required of you to get through a top college? So yes, this depends on you exactly, right? If you need a top college, so efforts are little extra, little more effort, right? And if you do not want any top college, so you can be like general preparation, right? So whatever your target is there, if you need a say top college, IIMs, MDI, SPGM, right? You have these big names in your mind. So yes, a serious, concerned, time-bound preparation is required, right? So constantly evaluate your learning. How? By writing the mock test, pass your CAT papers, and ensure to achieve the learning milestone. So just make your 15-day plan, month plan, 45-day plan, 60-day plan, and design, write down what are the things you are going to complete in these weeks, right? And I will be guiding you for this, right? Okay. So some important point before the month-wise plan. So now we have a time June to November, right? So this is a 6 months of time we have. So approximately 6 months to go for the CAT 2022. And yes, the preparation must be serious, genuine, right? And we need a serious study hours from your side, your commitment for preparation, right? And how much? Roughly 300 to 500 hours. So if you divide this for the 6 months time, approximately 3 hours of serious preparation per day on a daily basis, you just need. So anyone can take out 3 hours per day, right? And that too for the serious preparation. No disturbance, no phone call, no Facebook, no Instagram, nothing. You should be just focusing on your syllabus. You can divide the days like 2 days for the quant, 2 days for the LRDI, 2 days for the verbal, and 3 hours each day. And one day is left, write the mock test, right? Revise the things and write the mock test for this one day. So this can be a your weekly plan, right? You can be a college goer, right? You can be an office goer. So if you have all these different responsibilities, right, along with your preparation, so along with this, you can plan accordingly and you can divide your days, right? So no mugging of formula, right? No mugging up. We are not parrots, right? No mugging up. Understand the concepts, right? Understand the concepts and focus on the application of the concepts rather than mugging up the concept, right? Focus on the application of the concept so that you can apply one concept at a multiple type of questions, right? So focusing on concepts rather than mugging up. Okay. Now moving further, the first month. What to do in the first month, that is June. First, mark your dates, registration date. Familiarize with the CAT exam. So how to familiarize? Write down the previous year CAT 2021 CAT paper, right? So that you can understand the different sections, the different patterns, the different type of questions, right? So first of all, familiarize yourself the exam which you are going to write, right? For this, you can even take the EduShastra mock CAT, right? And ascertain your priorities. If you're weak in the quant, give the priority. If you're weak in verbal, give this priority, right? If you think that LRDI to be improved, so take LRDI first, right? So priorities should be defined and begin to read extensively on a daily basis. Newspaper, editorial, maybe the first page, sports news, right? So all these things, world news, all these things you can be like as a daily part, for reading. So any one newspaper, but yes, do not stick any one. You can have different newspaper, and yes, what is my suggestion here? Read online. Yes, read online, because there is a big difference when you read a paper-based reading and when you read a screen-based reading, right? So you have to write the exam which is based on screen, computer-based exam you are going to write, right? So start reading over the screen. Make a habit of yourself for the eye movement over the screen. And yes, best is read on the laptop or desktop screen. Avoid tablet, mobile phone. Why? Because in the examination, you will be going to read the paper, your question paper, on a 14.5 inches screen, right? So make your habit, the eye movement, the control, your concentration, everything according to the exam situation, right? And begin to read this extensively. Mind this, this is your first task for improving the verbal part. And yes, keep notes. So you can highlight the questions in the study material. You can write down the points, important points. You can write down the key formulae, right? So start keeping the notes, and this will be your first month plan, the June. So moving to the July, right, the second month, what to do? Because now you have started your preparation. So what to do? Continue working with the concepts. Yes, no mugging up, right? No mugging up. Continue with the concepts. And yes, try to now identify your strongest sections or the weakest sections in all the three areas: quantitative, verbal, as well as the LRDI, right? So what are your strength area? What are the weak area? And how to identify? By writing the mock-CAT, right? So start writing the mock-CAT, and then you will be able to identify your strong area as well as the weak area. Now, when you have identified, right, when you have segregated these, so put half of the time, 50% of your preparation for the weaker section, right? And remaining 50% divide equally, 25% for the other two sections, right? Otherwise, you can have 50, 30, 20 plan. The weakest section, 50%, medium, 30%, and strongest one, the 20%, right? And this way you can divide your plan, you can divide your timeline, you can divide your days, and just design your path for the winning post, right? Increase your reading resources, yes, beyond the newspaper. So start reading magazines, magazines, business world, right? You can start reading. Now you can start reading some financial newspaper, Financial Times, Business Standard, etc. And yes, now you start writing one mock per week. So you can have two mocks and two previous year CAT paper, right? So this way you will be writing a 4 tests a month, right? From July on. Now, when you're moving into the August, the month where we got the independence, right? So now you will be going to get independent from, yes, from your parents, from your families, right? And yes, this is your target that in these next 6 months, you will be an independent candidate, right? You will be bearing all your costing yourself, right? So continue to reassess your strong and the weaker section, and then you can change your timing: 50%, 30%, 20%, or 50%, 25, 25%, right? So accordingly, whatever you think, you can change your time, right? And start working on these weaker sections. So now more focus should be on weaker sections, so that you can improve those areas and you can convert them into the stronger part, right? And yes, take the overview of all the mock tests which you have taken till date. Revise them thoroughly once again, right? Do not write them once again, right? But solve. The questions particularly which you have highlighted, right? The questions which you think are important, the questions which you think are giving you some new concept, some new idea, right? So just revise those parts of all the mock tests which you have written till date. And yes, update your priority list, right? So now you are in the third month of your preparation, right? So this is the time to update your priority list. Quantitative, algebra, geometry, permutation combination, maybe reading comprehension, parajumbles, right? LRDI, so caselet DI, pie chart, bar graph. So wherever you think are the weaker section, right? Weaker part. Update your this priority list so that now you are starting for improving on weaker section, right? So yes, September. So congratulations, you are done halfway, right? So June, July, August. So you have completed with your 3 months, right? And by this time, you will be almost half prepared for your exam, for your D-Day, right? And yes, now this is the time to enter into the extensive preparation, extensive preparation from September onward, right? So first thing, what to do? Register for the CAT, right? Select your all details, centers, etc., everything. And first thing, register your CAT paper so that now you will be bounded for preparation, right? Yes, start taking previous year CAT papers, which I have already discussed, right? So write 2 mock tests and 2 previous year CAT papers, right? And keep broadening your reading skills. See, because LRDI based on reading skills, reading comprehension based on reading skills, para jumbles, para summary, all these based on reading skill, right? So I can say your examination is almost based on reading skills. Approximately 75% the examination is nothing but reading, 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 right? So keep extensive reading, newspapers, magazines, right? Articles, editorials, and yes, whatever you read, right? Write a 2 or 3 lines summary of the passage, article, news, whatever you're reading, right? And yes, don't forget to read online on a laptop or the personal computer, right? 14.5 inch at least, right? Because this will be the size of the system on which you will be writing your test in the examination hall, right? Okay. So moving in the October, right? So what to do? Now start writing timed based test. Fixed time, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, right? And yes, I suggest put on a little pressure and decrease 10 minutes of time, whatever the actual time for the paper, right? Decrease 10 minutes of time and put a pressure on yourself, right? Focus on improving your reviewing and double checking skills, right? So when you're solving, when you're writing your question, when you're solving on the paper, making an LRDI set, making a table, diagram, whatever, right? So how to go review, how to double check that you are in the correct process, you are solving right, right? So now improve over these skills. And yes, continue with the drills, practice questions, practice exam paper, practice section, revise your vocabulary with the help of the flashcard. You can even make flashcard for the formulas for quantitative section, right? Geometry flashcards, algebra flashcards, profit and loss, right? All these things. And yes, one thing, now start memorizing tables, squares, cubes, percentage reciprocal. And yes, do not depend over the calculator, right? Make your own mind a calculator, right? Because when you're using your own mind as a calculator, you will be going very fast. But when you're going with the help of the calculator, your speed will drastically come down, right? So I suggest learn, memorize tables, squares, cubes, percentage, reciprocals, right? Okay. So, yes, the very important month is here, the November. So, this is the month for the revision, right? So, now you are done with your preparation and revise your concepts, your mock test, your highlighted questions, your previous year CAT papers, right? Revise them thoroughly and revise all the topics by resolving the questions, practice questions, right? So whatever the questions you have highlighted, just solve them, right? Which you have marked online or offline, right? Solve them. And yes, go back to your strengths and weaknesses and identify them and try to rework on this. So this is the month where you are improving for the final stage, right? You are in the final lap of your preparation, right? So this is for the month of November. Now, in the month of November, just few days of before the CAT. So 27 November 2022 will be my D day. The CAT exam date is scheduled for this, right? So this is my final day and this is arriving. You feel that we are having 6 months of time, but 6 months will fly, right? Will fly. So do not waste a single moment from now onward and start preparing your serious concern, your serious study hours, right? And relax and keep and light schedule 2 or 3 days before the CAT, right? Do not go for the mock test. Just keep revising simple formulas, simple tables, whatever the task paper you have done. Just keep revising. And yes, get at least 8 hours of sleep before the CAT is starting from 2 or 3 days, right? So 27 November, the CAT day is there, right? So starting from like 24, 25, just take a perfect sleep of 8 hours. Relax yourself for the examination, right? Relax yourself. And yes, the most important point, trust yourself for that you can do this. Trust yourself, right? Have a faith in yourself that you will be doing this. You will be cracking the exam, right? You will be achieving your goals, your targets, your dreams, the dreams of your family, your parents, your brothers, sister, right? So faith, have a faith in yourself, have a trust in yourself, right? For great score, for a great achievement, right? Okay. So for this, what you can do, you can request a free live session from EduShastra, or you can request a mock CAT paper, the simulated environment based CAT paper online. Yes, of course, online paper, right? So for this, you can write to us on the given mail addresses. One is contact@edushastra.com and second is support@edushastra.com, right? And the phone numbers are also given here. So you can just give a call to the head office of EduShastra for a free live session, right? Or for writing a mock test paper. So friends, with this plan, I hope that you will be able to design your growth path, your success path, right? And whatever the queries you have, right, you can always mail us and we are here to help you, to guide you. And with this, I am wishing you a very best of luck for your preparation, for your success for this year, CAT 2022. Thank you very much. Have a very blessed time from EduShastra. Thank you very much.